here we have a light switch that has got, well, 3 connections. We've got one which is the in, with this one down the bottom. We've then got one just above that which is an out, and then one to the left of that one which is another out, and they both go up to these 2 lights. And the first thing we want to do to actually find out what's inside the light is check there's no power going to the lights, and they are not turning on, which means there is no power, so that's good. Now, these have recently been changed, so I know that they both work. Right, so here we go. By the way, before doing this, I've actually switched the power off from the fuse box itself, which means that obviously if I didn't turn the fuse box off, there will still be power coming in through this wire here. I've just made sure that that's not got any power going on, so I don't end up electrocuting myself. And that's the wrong screw head. Okay, here comes the exciting bit. Let's put that over there. And here we go. As you can see, okay, we've got the switch there. So what do we have here? We have the in with a, it's really hard to see. We have the in here, the live line to the switch, which has 2 connections out to the 2 outs. Then we have a neutral, which is connected to a sort of a Wagyu sort of thing, or I think it's called a connector block. And then that neutral is going up to the 2 lights individually. So we've got the in going in to here, and then they're all connected up. They're not connected up to the switch, so the live is connected up to the actual switch here, but then the neutrals have nothing to do with it, so they bypass that switch entirely. And then of course we've got the neutral, the ground, which is going again to both of the outs of the light switch. So fundamentally, hang on, that's, oh no, see there, this is why we make sure that the power's off, because you can see that's copper there, and if I touch that and the power's on, bad stuff could happen, because it's been trimmed too much. So, to install a new sort of switch onto this, or to install like a new one of these cables onto here, simply I drill a hole. I would go to where this light switch is here, and I would add in another copper cable thing into that hole, and then I would bring that up through the hole which I've just made, and then I'd bring put another live into that connection block and run that up the existing. So it's fairly simple stuff. This is what the inside of this plug looks like, and I was just honestly curious to know, because you've got like 2 lights connected there. Usually you've only got one that then goes over, that then sort of goes from like one light over to that light and then over to the other light, but no, this one here has got it in 2 individual plugs. Okay, now for the fun part, the actual putting the light switch back on, because obviously we don't want to leave it like this, because obviously that copper wiring there doesn't particularly leave confidence. So let's do that. Okay, so now the switch has been put back on. See, if I try and pull it off, I can't pull it off. That's good. Now turn the power back on and test it. Let's make sure it's within the off position before we start. Okay, power on. Okay, it's now time to test. Let's get a good shot of all of these lights and the plug if I can. Yeah, there we go. All works fine. So I just want to make sure that after I took the switch apart and then put it back together, that the light still worked. And as you can see here, the lights work lovely. Now on my phone here, these lights don't flicker. Even if I go, oh yeah, they flicker when I log onto them, but they don't actually be walking around like this, and they're not flickering. But on my GoPro, they flicker no matter where they're filming. Anyway, that's the video, and hopefully you enjoyed that. Bye.